All right, welcome, my friend. I'm Wayne Scherer. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be really big. I guess is the only way to put it. It'll be very exciting because I'm really going to show you something. This is going to be like the most down to earth, straightforward, absolutely how it is in business presentation there that you ever got without the hype. It's just 100% the way it is. I will definitely be excited about it. In a lot of people call being excited hype, but it's not hype. It's just being excited because I like what I'm doing. You're welcome to email me and challenge me on anything that you think is hype that I present to you in this presentation, and I'll be glad to answer it. I welcome that. Web Traffic Man is my Skype, so I welcome you to contact me there. But don't just send a standard Skype contact. If I don't know who you are, I will just mark you as spam on my Skype. So when you contact me, you say, "Hi, I saw your presentation. I would like to add on Skype," and that works great. Then you get added instantly. All right. So what is this? Turning bad emails into profit. Yes, it's possible. Why you should do this, and how it pays for your new car. All right. So, and you'll see why that isn't hype. I'm going to tell you exactly why that isn't hype as we move through. Okay. So let's get going. Let's take a look at what's going to be going on here. Again, I'm Wayne Scherer, and this is truly a 100% no BS presentation training for you. That's my promise to you. There is no BS in this. There is no stone unturned. I'm not leaving anything out so that you're forced to buy a product. I am going to show you a product at the end, but you don't need that product to make by any means. You don't need that product to make this work. I'm going to show you what you need to make this work 100%, regardless of what you use. Okay? No stone is unturned here. You're going to see exactly the system that is used by major marketers, and what you're going to see here is from the personal files of a major marketer and how they make 5, 6, and 7-figure incomes from products and businesses. This is how it's done. In fact, I went out of my way to find the absolute worst case I could to show how it actually profited. Okay, it's just to show you that you can do this. This isn't my own personal case, but it is a real case study of a real major marketer that it had an absolutely terrible outcome, but still made enough money to make the new car payment. Okay, so that's where the title comes from. It's not a hype. That is what was done. That was the whole purpose of their mailing. So in the outcome, you're going to see in here at one point that it looks like it's an absolutely terrible outcome. And then I'm going to prove to you that it's not. Okay, you ready for that? All right. So the disclaimer, well, results are not typical. And in fact, we have to say results are not typical, but nobody actually knows what typical results are, because results from doing this type of advertising and this type of marketing vary wildly. Although in general, because I'm going to show you such a poor case study, not a poor case study, it's an excellent case study of a poor performing ad and the results you get from it, then it's actually going to represent the low end of what might be typical versus the high end of what you would see on a hypey ClickBank launch. So we're not going to use people's pay stubs or anything like that, because, as you know, anybody can manipulate those. And because somebody made a certain amount of money, it doesn't mean that you're going to make that amount of money. And I am going to use real numbers from the case study, from what was actually used on this case study, and the results will be shown to you. The bottom line is, me and other marketers all know that this works for thousands and thousands of marketers, and it will work for you. The results vary based on how well You apply the techniques because it's your business. If you're willing to be in business and are serious about a business, then you'll take this presentation and apply it step by step, because I am going to give you the step by step to do everything here. Now, is that a good thing? Is that something you want? Is that something you'd like me to continue with? The actual step by step procedure to be able to make that new car payment. Okay? Now you notice all I'm talking about is making a payment on a car. I'm not talking about making $65,000 in a month, because quite honestly, that's stupid. That was my favorite phrase. That's stupid. But it is stupid. You don't walk into a brand new business, especially on the budget that, if you were like me, I started with no budget. So should I be expecting to make $64,000 in my first month, or whatever kind of crazy numbers you get tossed at you on these crazy launches that you see out there sometimes? Well, of course not. You're a smart person. You know better than that. Your common sense tells you that that's absurd. Sure, we all would like it to be true, but it just doesn't happen. All right. So that's my disclaimer. You're a serious person. If you're not, if you think that disclaimer is false, then go search for the instant get rich quick product, because that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about how to implement a system of marketing in your business that will work for any business that you can do on a very low budget. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Okay, step by step. In fact, you can start this for as low as $25. All right, let's get going. So what we will see, I'm going to show you real numbers from a real major marketer's data, okay? These are not made up. If I got challenged on it in court, I could actually show you the numbers and where they came from, okay? I haven't decided yet whether I'll mention that marketer's name, because technically I don't really have permission to do that. But nonetheless, they are from a real marketer, and I'll stand by that. You can hang me from a cross or whatever you want to do. These are real numbers. You will be stunned by the results, okay? Because they look terrible, and you will be stunned by the outcome. You will probably be shocked by it. If you are not, if you are not typical, this will likely work for you. So what do I mean by not typical, okay? Well, the reality is the majority of people pretending they want to have a business online are doing just that, pretending they want to have a business online. And they expect everything to be given to them. They have to take no risk, and they don't have to invest anything. And of course, they fail. So that would be typical, because that's what the majority of people do. Now, if we took those people out of the majority and we put the real people that understand that business takes a risk, that you have to do some work, that it takes some effort, that you have to spend some money to build a business online or offline, and if you made that group the typical people, well, then this will work for you, okay? So it depends on which group you're in. If you're in the group that's looking for the instant get rich quick, I don't have to ever do anything, never have to do any work to make money, I don't have to invest any money to make money, this isn't going to work for you, okay? So you should probably hit the stop button and get off this. If you're watching it, record it. Get off the presentation. And if you're on the live webinar, well, hey, get off. This is for the people that I described that would be typical, the ones that understand that you have to invest money in your business to make money. If you do it the right way, you will make lots of money. You have to work hard to make your business work, online or offline. The difference is offline, your investment is way less than what you have to invest to have a business offline. Okay? And if you're willing to do the work, you'll follow the steps precisely and actually do them, then you are what I would consider the real typical entrepreneur, and this will work for you. All right, so you decide which crowd you're in. You can watch it if you're not in the crowd I described as typical, but it probably won't do you any good. All right, am I facetious? Maybe, but that's the way it goes. All right, I'm just a serious business person, so I'm willing to work with anybody who's serious, and that's what I put this together for. All right. So me, Wayne Scherer, who the hell am I? All right, I've built an SEO and marketing business online, and I started it from absolutely nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. I moved into an apartment. My possessions were exactly this: one suitcase of clothing, one box of papers, and in that box I had a plan. And and if you're thinking, what about furniture and all that? No, I had no furniture. I had no bed. I had no bedding for my bed. I had no food, no place, no nothing. What I just described to you is what I had when I started. Okay, that's what I had, and I built it from nothing, and now because of that, I became a virtual office, work completely from my home, and I'm starting another business, which is what we're dealing with right now. And I also co-authored the bestseller, The Art and Science of Success, Volume 2, and authored Protege Profits. So that's a little bit about me. Here's a little bit before all of that happened. My first life, I did 22 years in the Navy, flying the, I was a Navy officer flying the E-2C Hawkeye aircraft. You see in that picture there? And that's a picture of me as the operations officer of an aircraft carrier. I ran a 5,000 person team, trained them to fight, ran their operations, did everything for that team to build it and make sure that they had everything and they were the best qualified people to do what they do, to succeed the best above anybody else. And I did that for that 5,000 person team. All right. I had a highly successful career. I was very, very good at being an aviator in the Hawkeye. I commanded a squadron of those aircraft, and that was before I was the ops officer. And that, you know, that was a very, very challenging and fun time, but it also had its down times. You see, you know, you can't pretend that everything in your life is rosy, and of course, everything in my life wasn't rosy. Halfway through this career that went very, very well, I had a divorce. I was married to a woman that she was on drugs, and she didn't want to get off them, and she was, and under those conditions she was very, very mean. I mean, she literally attacked me for no reason at all. I don't mean attack like once. I mean, it was like a regular thing. Okay, I had things thrown at me, things stuck in me. I had windows broken out of my house for no reason at all. I had my car destroyed by her while I wasn't around. When I was gone at sea, she would sell my things. I'd come back and stuff would just be gone. My possessions, my lifelong possessions would be gone. This person did not want anything good to happen to anybody unless it happened to her. She set out to destroy me, and she nearly did. I stayed with it too long, and I had a terrible, terrible divorce from that. I was dirt broke. I lost everything I had except for my career, which she was trying to take and nearly succeeded at. It put me into a depression that I never, ever came out of. It was kind of like a mid-level depression, I guess you would call it. And so I was able to work another 10 years of my career in that state by simply just working myself, by building the adrenaline off of my success as a Navy officer versus my personal life, which I didn't even have at that point. For 10 years, I just pretty much, well, it was pretty bad. And by the end, when the Navy was setting a course for me that I didn't want to be on, I couldn't handle it anymore, and it put me into a deep depression, and it ended my career that way. I did retire from the Navy, but I crashed and burned, and then I had actually gotten married a second time, but I lost my wife. My family disowned me. I lost all of my possessions. That's how I ended up with just a suitcase in a box. I could not get any of that stuff back to me. I got the help I needed, and in that time, believe it or not, while I was actually right as I hit bottom when I'm 6'2", I normally weigh around 200 pounds, and when I hit bottom, I weighed 156 pounds, and I looked like walking death. And at that point, that's when I decided I was going to start my own business. If you can imagine, huh? Does that sound crazy to you that you would want to start your own business at the depths of your depression? Well, that's exactly what I did, and so it was no easy battle to start a business with no money. I live in Washington, D.C., so it's expensive here. My retirement at the time barely covered being able to pay for the rent and my food. And if I had chosen only to live in my retirement, I could have existed, yes, but nothing else. But that wasn't the life for me. So I had to get a job. I did. I used that money to start building my business. I worked all day, and then I worked online at nights. It was frustrating. It was exhausting. I wanted to scream. I wanted to quit. But I never did, because I wanted my business more than anything else. I wanted to be able to help people like I did in the Navy to succeed more than anything else. I wanted to make entrepreneurs more than anything else. As socialism took over our country, I even wanted more to make entrepreneurs, because I know that entrepreneurs is what keeps other people off of welfare. And the more people I can make an entrepreneur and help succeed, the more I was contributing to the betterment of everything in life. So that's so that's where I went, and I struggled back. I fought hard. I didn't have anybody to help me to begin with, so I had to start finding ways to get that help. I mean, I'm referring to in building my business, but I did it. I built that business, and I struggled back, and I made it. And I wrote a book. I wrote 2 books, and I've had many opportunities and met many people, and been with now, I got to know many millionaires, and the fact that I networked with a lot of people isn't that big, other than because that's where I expected to be, honestly, and that's part of you succeeding, is your mindset, just expecting to get where you're going, and that's what I did. I expected to get there. I didn't care how hard it was going to be. You couldn't make me quit. I expected to get there, and I was going to get there one way or the other, come hell or high water, and I did. So I got my business. I got it all set up. I was actually doing it all myself, but I finally got it to the point where I could hire the teams and outsource all the work to specialized teams that could do it even better than I could do it, and that's what I did. And now I'm here with you, working on building a new team, a team of entrepreneurs, people that are building their own incomes that will ultimately be contributing by buying things from other people in society to run their business, and really contributing to the entrepreneur, probably hiring your own assistants and so forth. And that is absolutely key to anybody in the world contributing to make society better. If you build to provide real service and then give, you will make more money than you ever imagined, because you don't have to imagine it. As long as you are giving, it will come back to you. You just have to have a vision that's beyond making money. Okay, so that's kind of my things. So let's get started with the step by step. As I promised you, I'm going to show you exactly through a case study of this is a real case study. As I told you, I could, if somebody wants to take me to court on it, I could certainly provide what that data is, but they never gave me permission to use their name associated with the data, so I'm not going to do that. But the fact is, this is real. This is a real case. It's an absolutely terrible case. So you'll be shocked by what happens here. This is one secret method used by virtually every success story online. And that's no kidding. You'd be hard pressed to find somebody who hasn't used this as a major part of their income. And a good number, I would venture to say, I can't prove this part, that a majority used it to get to be successful. But I would bet, if I could actually survey all the people, I would find that a majority actually used this method to get them to the point where they were profiting and able to expand into other marketing methods. This method can do things like pay for your car payment, pay your house payment, pay your kids' college, pay your insurance, pay your vacations, pay whatever it is you want to have taken care of. You can do this once and solve one of your bills immediately, okay? So let's say you have a car payment right now and you need to have that taken care of. This method can take care of that if you're willing to work at it and execute it correctly. And I'm going to show you exactly how that works here, okay? You're going to know how to do this, and when we're done here, you're going to be able to have every tool and everything you need to get this started right now and to profit massively from here on out, okay? Is that good for you? Do you want more? Would that make a difference in your life? Would that make you see things a whole lot differently from the perspective of building your business online? Okay, so let's keep going. So this method is no kidding, guilty of delivering the money needed to pay for houses, to pay for vacations, to make your family secure, to make your life secure, to get your kids what they need to grow up properly. You know, I'm not one for not making my kids have to work on something. I would, but you do what you want. The bottom line is, this method is guilty of creating the income you want to do what you want to do. If you want to buy a car, you'll be able to do that, okay? So, and that's exactly what this case study did. It created the car payment, all right? And it's one of the worst cases imaginable. This case study, almost everybody does better than what I'm about to show you, okay? So let's get moving. So this is about turning bad emails into profit, okay? A bad email campaign. I'll explain exactly what that means here coming up. This is a real case study from a top marketer and reflects the reality of this secret method, okay? So it's not really a secret method because all the marketers use it, but often you're not being taught it. Now, I teach it in several different forms, but I'm teaching it specifically here, point by point, right now. You can do this. This is not free traffic, but you're an honest entrepreneur that understands that the best way to build your business is to make an investment up front and expand on that investment as you go. Even if that investment is only $25, which you can actually start this with a $25 to $35 investment. Okay? Now, in this case study, he used $275, but don't get locked in on that number. It could have actually been $27.50, and that's not an exaggeration. Excuse me. So, this is only for those with the mindset of success. So we covered that in the beginning, but your mindset, you must have a mindset. If you want to succeed, you must have a mindset shift, okay? And just one. You only need one. You need the mindset shift that you can do this. Because you're already at the point, if you're continuing here, that you know that making an investment to move your business ahead, especially if you can do it for as little as $25, that's worth it. I will spend $25. Even when I was dirt broke, I would spend $25 to try anything to make my business grow, okay? That was my mindset all along. I never expected to build my business for free. That would have been crazy. And, or my other favorite word, stupid. If I want it to fail, then I should plan to build it for free, okay? But the mindset shift you need is that you can do this, and not that I don't know if I can do this. Well, if only I had this. If only I could do that. Well, if only this changed. Well, if you're saying those things, I'll tell you to do what one of my favorite speakers, Art Williams, says. If only you could do this is what you need to do, then just do it, okay? And quit whining. Just do it. You have to be set to just do things. Stop saying you can't. Only say you can. And when you reach a roadblock, just say, how am I going to make it so I can do this? Even if it's paying somebody else to do it. All right? Does that make sense? All right, let's keep going. That's your mind shift. All right, so turning bad emails into profits. This method is not just about making profit. It's about making a real difference in your life, in your family's life, and moving you away from the frustrations and the feeling that you're never going to get ahead, and moving you toward the life that you deserve and the life that you want, and enabling you to help others, because by doing this, the others you help, see, by doing this, you will be helping others by providing them what they need, and then as you expand, you'll be helping others by providing them jobs and income. Okay, so that's why this is so big. It changes everything. It eliminates the fear. It eliminates the pain, the frustration. It moves you towards the life you desire and deserve, and it starts bringing your family towards the security they deserve, and things just start coming to shape. Does that make sense? Is that something that'll work for you? Is that something that's good for your life? If you could do this and start making that change right now, would you put this into place? All right. Now, I know you don't know what this is yet, so let's keep going. This enabled me to start associating with millionaires, knowing how to do this. Okay, this is the kind of change you wanted to bring about. It enabled me to start being able to travel again, to visit places I wanted to go. Most of the places I want to go right now are related to business, but that's besides the point. All that matters is it's where I want to go, and that's what I want for you to do what you want to do. Okay, I'm not going to try to impart what success is for you. You have to decide that. Okay, that's part of your mindset shift. Okay, so take notes here, all right? This is a no hype case study. I promised you no BS in this. This is not a BS case study. Data is real. You will be shocked when you see the results of this lead generation method, okay? This is a traffic and lead generation method. It can be used in any business. It actually can be used online. It can be used for an offline business and online businesses, okay? That's a fact. So pay attention. Watch and learn and take notes. Okay, you ready? So no income statements will be used, just real data reflecting the results of case study. Like I said, I'm not here to try to hype you with a bunch of bogus, not necessarily bogus, but a bunch of income statements that anybody can make. I mean, I could make a fake looking check that looks totally real and have it say $1,373,262.52 on it, and I'd tell you it was real, and you wouldn't know. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to deal with the data of the case study, and you'll be shocked by this case study. All right, so this case study started with a $275 investment. Okay, and it became a new car payment in just 3 days. All right, so I'm going to show you how it becomes a new car payment. How does a $275 investment on a bad email promotion turn into a new car payment in 3 days? Would you like to know that? Would you like to see how that's done? How you can do that too? Okay, let's get going. So the initial profit on this was $116. So you're saying, oh, that's not much money. Okay, well, how much have you profited so far from the advertising you're doing? All right, and I'm going to show you why this is way more significant than you think right now. So if you're saying to yourself, well, that's nothing, who cares? Then you better pay attention to the rest of this, because you will see why this is more than nothing. So no, it is not big money, but it reflects reality. And most people on this call or watching this recording are going to be in a position where if they could make that $116 in 3 days, they would actually be very, very happy, because it would put them in a position to grow. So you got to remember, you don't start by making the big money anyhow. That's where a whole lot of people fail. You know, in baseball, you step up to the plate and you swing that baseball bat. And if you have any experience, you want to hit that ball out of the park for a home run. Except there's the key. You don't try that the very first time you step up the bat. Okay, for those of you who are in a country where you don't do baseball, you would say, I don't even know what you're talking about. And that's just the point. So how could I expect you to step up to the plate and swing the bat, hit the ball out of the park, and hit a home run when you don't even know what I'm talking about? Which is exactly what people keep trying to do when they come online. They don't know what they're doing. They're trying to swing for the fences, and they can't do it, and no surprise. So I'm going to show you how this $116 profit is leveraged, becomes a leveraged investment, and is converted to a new car payment, and much, much more, actually. All right, so let's keep going. The tools required. Now, it's important. I said I was going to cover everything that you needed to make this happen. So we're going to talk about the tools you're going to need to make it happen. You're a big kid now. You're a big girl. You're a big boy. You know that things are needed to make your business run. This is what's needed to make this evolution run. Matter of fact, it's needed to run any evolution online. So if you don't have these things, you need to get them. All right. Doesn't matter what your business is online. You need a proven converting product, whether it's yours or somebody else's. Okay. You need a full functional professional autoresponder. What is an autoresponder? That's a tool that automatically collects emails and sends out promotional emails for you. You cannot do this with your Yahoo, your Gmail account. It will get shut down. Yes, you'll actually go in there. I think it actually uses the word autoresponder, and that's an autorespond if you're out of office. Okay, not to send promotional emails, not to collect other people's emails names automatically and put it in autopilot. That doesn't happen. You must have this when you're online. You must have a proven converting landing page, which is a squeeze page or opt-in page, a page where somebody gives you their email address and it goes into that autoresponder so that follow-up emails can be sent. And the follow-up emails must be skillfully written so that they do actually convert, so that when the person is taken to the well-written sales page that is required, that you can actually make sales at a rate or percentage that will make you profitable, enable you to reinvest and continue to build your profits. Okay, does that make sense? You understand that? These things are needed. You're a big kid, you're a big girl, you're a big boy. You know you need to get certain tools in your business. Okay, so these are the tools that you need. And I'm going to show you how you can do all of this turnkey here at the end. Remember, I told you I was going to talk about an offer at the end. I'm going to show you, and that's what the offer is going to show you, how you do all this turnkey. So that if you want to know how to do that, you want to stay to the absolute end. But let's keep going with how we turn the bad emails into profits. Okay. So remember, we started with a $275 investment on this one. Now remember also that you can do this with a $25 to $35 investment as well, even if you're very, very hard for cash at the moment. Okay, a $25 or $35 investment can actually begin this exact same process. So don't get hung up on the quantity of the number. The numbers are important because I run my business by the numbers, and you should too. But you don't get hung up on the amount. Okay. So the next thing you must do is find a solo ad provider. Okay, now you're going, okay, solo ad. What the hell's a solo ad? Well, you may have heard of them in other ways. They may be referred to as email list brokers or email marketing services. And the solo ad provider is typically is the email marketing service provided simply by an individual with a large list, okay? And a large list in the same market that you're in. And you can find these easily online just by doing a search using your niche name. You do, you can say, let's just say, for instance, outdoor barbecues, okay? So you might want to say, you might want to be a little bit broad, outdoor furnishings, email marketing, outdoor furnishing email list, outdoor furnishing solo ad. Do searches like that and keep manipulating it around to find a solo ad provider for you. Now for the online business, for the business to business stuff, it's actually even easier, and I'm actually going to show you how you can have that provided to you all turnkey as well. It's going to be really, really simple. Okay, so where do we get it? We'll cover that later. We're just going to continue now with the actual procedures that you need to follow to really turn this into profit and show you exactly by the numbers why it works. Okay, so with solo ad, I covered what that is, but let's go a little bit more detailed. The list owners will mail to their email list your email ad, okay? So they have an email list of 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 200,000 people, whatever it may be. And for a price, they will mail your ad to their list on their behalf. So effectively, you're getting an endorsed ad mailed to a large responsive list, okay? They typically sell by the total clicks, although sometimes they sell by volume. So let's just say, in this example, we'll show you the example by clicks here in this case study. That's what this case study does, is by clicks. All right, so let's continue. Does that make sense? So solo ad is just an email is your email that is being mailed to somebody else's email list, and they're charging you to send your email to their list, and they typically charge you by the number of clicks you will get or by volume, okay? All right, you ready? Let's go. So this is what virtually every major marketer and every major niche does. This is how they start their online and make it successful fastest, doing the solo ad. All right. There's a few trusted sources. I'm going to show you how to get those sources here later. There are, like in anything, in any business. Don't even try to tell me there's some other business out there that never has anything fishy happen. That's a lie. Yeah, I'm calling you on it before you even say it. There are, like in anything, people who don't deliver what they say. That's the risk we all take in business. I live with that risk. Yeah, I've lost money in places. So what? I just don't go there again, and I continue. I don't let it stop me. My want to succeed is far greater than somebody else's shifty little ripoff, okay? So, that's part of the mindset shift. So let's continue. So terms you must know to understand this. Cost per click, we kind of mentioned the click, but you'll see this a lot, CPC, cost per click. So that's the price you pay for each time a viewer clicks your link to go to your ad, okay? The opt-in rate, some people call it the cost to opt-in ratio, but that's okay, so 100 people click, so 100 people go to your ad and 35 people opt in, okay? They sign up on your list. So that's a 35% opt-in rate. Make sense? Or 35% cost to opt-in ratio. You can change it to cost if you want. Because what you would do is now, okay, I spent $100. I got 35 ads in. I got 35 in, so divide 100 by 35, and that's my cost per opt-in, right? So that that's a dollar value. So they're kind of actually two different things. I suppose I should have broke those up. The opt-in rate would have been 35%, and I don't know what 100 divided by 35 is. It's something less than. It's right around. Well, it's less than 3, right? It's 2.75 or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is. You can do it. $2.75. So let's just use that number, okay? Cost per lead, okay? So that's kind of almost the same thing. What we were just talking about. What did it cost to get them onto your list, right? You paid $100 for the list. You got 35 people onto your list. You paid $100 for the mailing. You got 35 people onto your list. So divide 100 by 35, and that's your cost per lead. All right. Cost per action or acquisition. All right. The acquisition being the cost. We're looking at the cost to actually get the sale here is what we're actually looking at. The cost per acquisition of the new customer, the actual sale. All right, the cost per acquisition. So let's just say you did 100, you got 4 people to buy something. So the cost per acquisition was $25 per new customer. Okay, so that makes sense? All right, so let's continue. So we want to make sure we understand those because we do our business by the numbers. Okay, if you don't use the numbers, you're going to come to which is why I wanted to use such a poor, an apparently poor performing ad, because it's the type of ad, if you don't do the numbers, people quit. All right. So the data from a flop becomes a car payment. And how do you do that? Or why did this happen? Okay, so let's take a look at it. $275 were paid to purchase 700 click solo ad. All right, so that means the solo ad provider is going to mail your ad to enough people to ensure it is clicked 700 times. So what is the cost per click, right? Well, it's $275. That's the cost. The number divided by the number of clicks, 700, and that comes out to 40 cents cost per click, CPC. So the provider is guaranteeing the clicks. You must remember this. The provider is not guaranteeing your sale. That is your problem. But you're in business, you understand that they delivered a click. It's true of any advertising provider. They are not making the sale for you. You have to make the sale. They are getting the click on your ad that takes them to your page where you have to get the opt-in. You have to put the right information in front of the viewer to get the opt-in. That is your job, okay? So 40 cents per click. All right. So what happened on this ad, 81 people opted in out of the 700 clicks. All right, that's not very good. That's a 8.64% opt-in rate. That's actually terrible. I've told people, you know, I go in hoping to get around 25%, that I should be able to make a squeeze base good enough to get 25%. If I haven't tested the page, it may be lower. I don't know that I've got lower than like 15%. So this was really bad opt-in rate. I mean, this is terrible opt-in rate, 8.64%, okay? So if you're not doing your numbers, you're not doing your metrics on your money, when this is all over and you look at it and go, well, that's only 8.64 opt-in rate. This is a terrible performance. So it's a very low rate. You're hoping to get 20 to 40% or better. I have actually the best page I have so far as a making of this, coming out the gate was 45%, but that doesn't matter. What matters is what you really get by the numbers. And this number, well, that sucks. Better if you have so you want a good proven page. That's why we talked about a proven page against a good list, so you can get the highest opt-in rate possible. All right. So the cost per lead. So we had 81 opt-ins. So $275 divided by 81 is $3.40. So that's very high. I personally like to be $2 or less per lead if at all possible. It doesn't mean it has to be, because what really matters in the end is, did you profit? Or did you, especially on an ad, did you break even on the ad or profit? And if you didn't, then it's really a problem. But nonetheless, that cost per lead is higher than you want from a solo ad. So why? Well, most lists pay. Talking about your list, once you have people on a list, if you have a decent follow-up and marketing series, then you typically earn $1 per lead per month. So this means that every lead on here is going to take a little over 3 months to actually pay for on my list, right? I'm using up for these 81 people 3 months of my time, 3 months of my list time to pay for their existence there. So that's another reason why you want it down to $2 or less, because now you get it down to it's taking 2 months or less to pay for the cost of acquiring that lead. All right, does that make sense? You see why that's important? I hope I simplified that enough for you, because it's confusing. And so I didn't mean to make that sound like I think you're stupid. I don't. But most of us never had to deal with that, and I certainly didn't when I began. So I wanted to make sure that you understood that, why that's important. All right, are you ready? Let's go. So what do the numbers say? Do they say quit? That terrible opt-in rate, that high cost per lead, should you be pissed off? You know, if you're not doing your metrics, you're not doing the metrics on the rest of the process, then you're likely to quit right there and say that that wasn't worth your time. And that would have been a big mistake. And I'll show you why. Here's reality. Let me show you reality. You want to see the reality of this? You want to see the actual numbers of what came out here? All right. So they mailed the ad. So what they did, remember, they wrote an email. They found a solo ad provider. They mailed it to them. They sent the clicks to their opt-in page. On their opt-in page, the people opted in and got on their list. And from their list, they began to sell people or make offers to people on the products. So here's what happened. All right, here's reality on this. They spent, remember, $275 was spent. So 4 sales were made, okay? 4 sales. So the cost per sale, this is a real number, the cost per sale or the customer acquisition was $68.75 per customer. So now you're thinking that's even worse. Wow, look at how much that cost. And guess what? We're selling a $25 product, okay? So what do you think? What do you think now about the cost per acquisition? All right, you're thinking I should have quit a long time ago. I'm going to show you. You want to know why that isn't true? Well, I'm going to show you why it's not true. Let's take a look. So the 4 sales made $100, right? I just told you the product was a $25 product. So 4 times 25 is $100. But they had what's referred to as a sales funnel that includes an upsell. Well, on this case, 3 of the 4 players, the buyers, bought the upsell, which was $97. So now there's 3 $97 sales, which is a total of $291. So now the money made from it is $391, okay? So this is from the poor converting solo ad. So without looking at these numbers, you may have quit, but now look at it, $391, and the cost of your ad was $275. So you actually have total profit from this this evolution of $116. Remember I mentioned that back in the beginning? And I'm going to show you how that's really better than you think. All right, you got $116 profit. This is right off the bat, the first month. This is just the result of the actual email in 3 days of running through the funnel. Okay, $116 profit. So no matter what, that's a win because you made more money than you spent. All right, now you might be thinking that's not good enough for you, but I think I'll change your mind here. You'll be shocked at this, in fact, because you know, I keep saying the first month, and so what do I mean by the first month? Well, there are recurring payments here. So this was remember I talked about picking the right product, a proven product. Well, this was picked very well. This was a product that has recurring monthly payments coming. So that means as an affiliate, you get recurring payments. This was an affiliate product paying $25 to you, the affiliate. So this is why the product was key. Now, number one, this product actually cost $25. The person marketing this received 100% commissions on the first month of sales. So they sold $25, received $25, and you may be thinking, well, that's not possible. There's no ClickBank product that does that, and you're right. So I'll show you in a moment why that's possible and how that's possible with a top producing product here in a moment. All right, so 100% commission the first month. But here's the deal. This is what's called a multi-tiered commission, all right? Some people call it multi-layered marketing. Some people call it network marketing. But this actually only pays commissions on 2 levels. So yes, that is multi-levels, but it's really just 2-tiered multi-level. And but what happens is that the person gets paid a 50% commission each of the following months on the sales of the person they sold to. So if that person becomes a salesperson, they get paid additional money. Okay, so let's plus 50% on the recurring commission. So let's actually get paid 100% on the recurring commission, 50% on the commissions, the commissions of the persons making the sales. So let's try to make that not so confusing. Let's just go to the next slide. So there's another not expense, but there's another profit we're going to assume here. And first you may be thinking, well, what about the cost of the autoresponders and tools and stuff like that? Well, in reality is your list is going to be more than that 81 people. That cost is spread out amongst all of them. So it's not a huge overhead, and it's not going to be accounted for here. In fact, it's paid for probably the first time you do your mailing, and the rest, it has no expense, which it's kind of a stretch, but not totally, okay? So, but your 81 subscribers that you got in, assuming that you have a decent marketing list, you're making that $1 per month per subscriber, well, that's worth $81 in your second month, okay? So from those 81 subscribers that signed up, you make $81. Plus, you made 4 sales, recurring commissions at 50% commission. So 4 times 25 is 100 divided by 2 is 50 bucks, okay? And you also have the $97 commissions, right? So 3 times 97 is 291 divided by 2 is 145. So your month 2 profit is 81 plus 50 plus 145, which is 276.50, okay, plus 145.50, okay? So that's your second month profit right there. All right, so let's go on. This is actually better, even better than this. So let's take a look. So let's take a look at the yearly income that comes from this. And because of the type of product this is, most likely it will generate a yearly income, okay? So we're going to cover that in a moment. But just you have to accept that for the moment because it is true. So month 1, $116 profit, right off the bat. Month 2 through 11, $276.50 each month, right? From each of this, from the sales, from the 4 sales, okay? So 11 months times $276.50 is $3,041.50 plus the $160, or a total of $3,157.50 profit for the year from the $275 investment. Okay? Is that all making sense and adding up to you? All right? Okay, so let's continue. So this was a 2-tier affiliate. So I'm going to explain to you now how this adds up to even more because of the second tier. The monthly income directly from the person that you made the sales from, the people you made the sales from, is $263.12 per month, okay? That did not include the profits by the person sold to, which is where the second tier is. See, one of the 4 people below, and this is actually based on real numbers, what's likely to happen is only one of the 4 people is actually to go on and make other sales. But when they do, you make a 50% matching sale from the person that you sold to, okay? So when the person you sold to makes a sale, you get paid a matching 50% commission on their sale. All right, does that make sense? Would you like that to happen in every affiliate product? Well, it doesn't, but if you pick smartly, it does. And here's what happens to your income when that happens. So if one of the 4 sales makes just 1 sale, you make an additional $131.36 per month. Okay? So now you can see what happens. You just increased your monthly income to $394.68 per month from that one person. So now I ask you, was this ad a flop? Now, I can tell you in the world of solo ads, that's not the best performing ad, but it is far from a flop. It is a highly successful. Multiply $394.68 per month times 12. I don't think I did that. But no, it wasn't a flop. It actually worked great. So the reality is that that doesn't even show you all the income that can and was made from it. It just was to keep it as simple as possible. So there was actually more income made from it. So for people willing to make a small investment, this works, and you can do this with a $25 to $35 investment. Would the result be $116? I don't know. It might, but it's probably more likely to be that 25, 35 gets you 95 the first month. But that's a win, right? And then if you scale it up and reinvest, it gets more. So this works. The product used here, you want to know what it is? Well, I'll show you that in a moment. Because the reason it worked was because it met all the conditions. Remember the conditions I showed you at the beginning? It met all of those conditions. So this whole process I just showed you, if you work by the numbers and you follow your numbers, then it works for any proven affiliate product or any product of your own meeting the conditions at the beginning. So what happens when you improve the results? Well, you figure it out. You can just imagine now what happens for each percentage point you increase the results, right? Remember I told you I actually go in expecting to make around 20-25% conversion, and if I fall down to 15%, that's where I'm kind of worried. I only get worried if I don't actually profit, but so 15% is almost double that, right? So instead of $300 a month, you're making $600 a month off of that particular ad, right? So do you see how just minor changes in percentage can really change what happens here? So what did you need? Remember what you needed? A proven converting product? We had that. A full functional professional autoresponder? We had that. It was collecting the emails and then following up, and off of those follow-ups, the sales came. And a proven converting squeeze page, that's what got the people onto that autoresponder list to begin with, was they came to that squeeze page, like what they saw, signed up, and they put in the list, and a well-written follow-up email series was then sent to them, which directed them to a proven, well-written sales page. And it was done by sending this proven initial email out through a proven solo ad provider. All right, we had all of the elements, and this can work for online or offline, your own products or affiliate products, and it doesn't matter whether your affiliate products are multi-level or not multi-level. It all works for them. But I just gave you a two-tiered method that just shows how that's much more profitable. But this even profited if they didn't have the second tier. Okay, it didn't profit massively, but it did profit, and that's all that matters. Okay, so let's look at the keys that really made this work. Okay, so first you do this. You go for the opt-in first, not the sale. That's what happens on these solo ads or any email marketing you do, or actually any type of marketing online. You should be going for the opt-in first. Why? Well, because the opt-in pays. If you go for the sales first, you'll never have the opportunity to remarket them. The majority of the people will not buy on the first look at your product. And then how are you going to get them back? You're going to pay for a new ad to get them to come back and hope they see your ad and click it again when they see it? Or would you rather just send them an email for free and get them to click on a link in your email and go back, okay, and have repeated opportunities to do that? Which do you think would be better? I assure you, I always go for the opt-in first, all right? So does that make sense? Is that something that you can understand, that you, of course you understand, that you can put into your business and see why that's important? All right, so let's move on. So what can you do to duplicate this, okay? Well, if you join our team, you get exactly that. You get everything you need to duplicate it. You get 100% commissions. You get the 50% commissions on your downline sellers in a massive, ever-growing market. I mean, it's a constantly growing market. It has everything you saw in the elements before. It has proven converting product. Remember, that was required. A functional, I'll show you how to get a functional professional autoresponder. That is required, of course. And if you don't have one, I'll show you how to get one and how to profit from it. It has a proven converting squeeze page. It has a proven, well-written sales page. It has proven and skillfully written followed up emails. And on my team, I'll show you how to get the solo ad providers, okay, with the reliable ones. We'll eliminate any, everything doesn't stay 100% perfect, okay, but we pretty much have this narrowed down to where you would want to go to make your solo ads, okay? So, the market, well, the product 7-minute workout in the health and fitness market. The health and fitness market, you should know, is constantly growing. More and more people are born every day. More and more people are getting older, and more people want to do something to fix their health and fitness. And this is in a market where we make it extremely easy. The program is 2 years testing and proving now, and I was a test case. It truly is a 7-minute workout. The exercises themselves, done straight through, would take you about 7 minutes every other day. So this is so easy. It's amazing. And in the exercise routine leaves you not tired, not painful, not worn out, but actually more energetic to work your days and go on. I'm a living proof. I was in the military. I used to do the 1 hour, hour and a half workouts and exhaust myself. When I found this was like a dream come true. I honestly wished the military was actually doing this. But that's not the point. Well, it's part of the point. Not only can you take this and apply this to your life and make yourself more healthy, you can all the elements of this proven method for turning bad emails into profits exist right here in the 7-minute workout. It's constantly getting bigger, and that will never change in this market. People don't stop being born. There are some people that try to stop that, but that isn't going to happen, okay? The market grows and grows and grows. It's not a pyramid. It's actually a market where people want this. They want to be able to get more fit, more healthy. They want you to show them how to do that. And you can make money exactly the way I showed you in this presentation. The emails are proven. I'll show you how to get a proven autoresponder and profit from it. Okay, now that's not required to be on my team, but I will show you how you do it, and you double your income from what you do in 7-minute workout. Okay, that's my goal for my team. It doesn't require you to do extra marketing either. Okay, so you'll get this. It'll actually put 90% of it on total autopilot for you if you choose to follow my guidance on my team. You get proven squeeze pages and sales pages and copies. I provide you the solo ad resources. And so you can put this to work. If you are on my team, I train you personally for everything, okay? Not just give you a bunch of video. You become part of the team that I stay in constant contact with, all right? That's no exaggeration. As a reseller, here's what happens. So just to demonstrate to you a little bit exactly what happens in the 7-minute workout. So I said it had exactly the same layout as the real case study I just showed you. 100% commissions on a $47 purchase. As a reseller or elite, 100% commission on every reseller you sign up, and that is recurring. And then a 50% commission on your immediate downline that becomes reseller. Your immediate downline resellers profits. So that person you signed up that becomes a reseller, when they profit, you make 50% commissions on everything they sell. Okay? Does that make sense? As a reseller or elite. Now, if you also become elite, which I highly recommend you do, you get 100% commissions on the elite upgrades below you as well. So that's a $97 purchase, so that's added to the mix. And then you get 50% commission on your elite downline sales on products, resellers, and elites. If you're only a reseller, then somebody below you becomes an elite, then the first elite above you gets that commission, okay? Does that make sense? So you must be an elite to get the elite commissions. You get all the other commissions as described above, but to get the elite commissions, you must also be an elite. All right? Does that make sense? Would you like to see more how this works and how I can double this for you? How I'll make this possible for you to double this? Well, I'll show you that in 1 second. Let's just run through the example here. Here it is. If you're an elite, you get the $47, 100% commission from somebody signing up below you, the 1997 reseller plus the $97 elite. That's $163.97 commission the first month. Okay. Now, if that person below you is an elite, then you also get the same commission divided by 2. You get, well, first you get the 163 on that person, plus you get, when that person makes a sale, you get half of theirs. So you get 122.98 plus the 163.97, which equals $286.95. So for 12 months from a single downline member, you get $3,443. Now, you see how using the solo ad system that if you're aggressive and you work this and you follow the directions and you make this happen, that you can easily make this, you can make this 10, 12, well, there's actually no limit on how big this gets. And if you train your team, like I'm going to show you, then it constantly grows, okay? And all you need to do under my team and guidance is get one new reseller, one new elite member a month, and teach your downline how to get one new elite a month, okay? Does that make sense? If you do that, you will be making $14,000 a month by the end of 12 months. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to do that. I don't know what you're going to do and how you're going to apply it. I can't say that any of this is typical, because typical in the grand picture of things, people don't apply it. But I can find one person in all my leads to become a new elite each month. And I'll show you how to do exactly the same. And this method is just one of the ways to make that happen. Okay? Now, would you like to know how to double this? How to make this income grow and not have to do any additional marketing? Okay? No additional marketing to make this happen. All right? So everybody, now you're this is an online business, right? So you need a website, you need those tools to make it happen. Well, and it's totally optional for you to do it this way. So don't read in that I'm telling you have to do this. You can join my team and not do this. It's just that the people who do this are going to double the income and you won't, but that's your choice. All right. So let's move ahead. The way we double that is simply by adding in Pure Leverage. Now, Pure Leverage is from the same company. Pure Leverage provides you everything on autopilot to make all of that happen. Provides you the autoresponder, provides you the video email, provides you the website, and more squeeze pages to sell if you want to do additional sale. If you want to do additional marketing, then you can boost that Pure Leverage downline too. But simply by everybody on my team participating and using these tools, you actually double your income because everybody is doing the same thing on the team. You get all the tools you need to make everything happen. You get the you get the solo ad providers. You get the a conference room, 100-person conference room. You get complete marketing training. Plus, I'm going to show you in a minute, you're going to get additional training on top of that. This actually saves, just getting the product alone saves you $300 a month. But if I'd had this when I started, I would have saved $28,880. I figured that out up to the point where I was able to get GVO's products. If I had it available, it would have saved me $28,880. All right, so that all comes in. See, Pure Leverage works on exactly the same commission schemes. That's why it effectively doubles your income. So you could easily be at the $28,000 a month simply by adding this as your main tool for doing exactly the process I showed. So why make this tool your business? It's good, it's complete, it saves money, it gives customers what they want. So I'm providing you what you need to do your business, and you profit from it. You earn 100% commissions, you earn the 50% matching commissions on your downline. All of that occurs if you use the Pure Leverage as your tool to achieve this, okay? So Pure Leverage sells just like the 7-minute workout sells. Together, Well, Pure Leverage in its first 18 days did $1 million, and in 2 months' time together, Pure Leverage and 7-Minute Workout have done well over $2 million commissions. Okay, under the structure is new for 7-Minute Workout. Okay, so that's why I kind of lump them together. Yes, 7-Minute Workout's been around for 2 years, but they just went to the same, because it's the same company, they went to the same commission structure. Okay, so now you're giving customers 2 things they want: health, fitness, or 3 things. First, you're giving them a chance to make money and build a real business. You're giving them a chance to double that money. You're giving them the tools to make it. You're giving them the way to be healthy and improve their life in multiple ways. It actually doesn't get any better than this in the terms of building a business and making your own life better and ending the frustration you've been suffering trying to build a business. Plus, I do all the hand holding for you. Plus, I'm going to give you additional tools. I'm going to give you I own a traffic agency. I mentioned that at the beginning. And one of the things I have is an extensive course on lead generation and traffic generation. It sells for $2,297. That's yours if you become a member with my team now. And you will also get additional training. Now, if you become only a reseller, I'll provide you the... if you go to that page, you'll see there's a series of 17 webinars that I will provide you access to those. That's worth over $900 itself. If you become a VIP or elite, I will add in the $2,297, no kidding, elite training from the Instant Traffic Cash Flow System. That will all be yours as well. And of course, if you're on my team, you're going to get direct training from me. I'm going to train you how to train your team and make it all happen. Nobody offers you that. They just offer you a bunch of other training that they don't even participate in it. All right? I'm going to participate with you. You're on my team. I'm building a 5,000 person team and I want you on it. And I want to make sure that you profit. So if you become a reseller or VIP or elite, I'm going to work with you personally. All right? So that's it in a nutshell. That's how it all works. That's how it all comes together. That's how we put it all in autopilot for you. I think it's terribly exciting that this all is possible now, all under a single roof, and that you can actually double all of this without having to do any additional marketing. Who thinks that's a great thing? Not having to double their income without doing additional marketing. Isn't that amazing? It doesn't get any better than this. So remember, that is all optional for you. You do not have to double it. Team members can double their income. Okay, I already told you that, but that is optional. If you come on the 7-minute team with me, become a reseller or elite, you still get the bonus as I described for the reseller or elite. Okay, you are not required to do Pure Leverage. I highly recommend it because it puts all the tools in one bag, and there's no other way you can do that and double your income at the same time. But the bottom line is, become a reseller or elite in 7-minute workout with us, and we're going to make sure you have all the tools. If you're willing to do the work, we're going to make sure we train you and make sure you move on to the next level and achieve the dreams that you want. All right, thanks for being here, and I look forward to working with you when you complete your sign up today.